Hello and welcome to the third lesson, saving and sharing workbooks. So in this lesson, I'll show you how to save and share your workbooks. Whenever you create a new workbook in Excel, you will need to know how to save it in order to access it and edit it later. You see, you can save files locally to your computer and you can also save it to the cloud using OneDrive. OneDrive is the cloud storage from Microsoft, just like we have Google Drive for Google and the rest of them. So you have OneDrive, which is the cloud storage from Microsoft. That's saving online. You have to be connected to the internet to be able to use that. Okay, so I'll also show you how to export and share. So the first thing I want to talk about is save and save as. Save and save as. The shortcut for save is Control S. Control S to save. That's the shortcut, so you have to know that Control S is very important. Excel offers two ways to save a file. You save and save as. Although they have similar ways, but they have few differences. So let's say you have a new document for a new document and I want to save it. Let me just type something here. Let's type to just show that I've finished working on the document. Just an example. I can save. Come to this. Click on this icon to save. I can use my Control S, which I use a lot to save, or go to your backstage view, click on file and click on save and save as. For a new document, both save and save as, they will do the same thing. They will show the same interface. Okay, so I can browse to where I want to save. I can save on my OneDrive. This is my OneDrive. I have to be connected to the internet. You have to sign in. I'm already signed into my account. So if you're not signed in, to ask you to sign in. Okay, so if your OneDrive you want to save it to, this is just click on it, click on the folder here and you save. So for here, if you want to browse, you click on browse to where you want to save it, fine, which is also good. You can save to your desktop or your document, change the name if you want to. Let's say lesson. Let me use this as lesson and click save. Straightforward. Okay, so if it's for save as, like I said, is a new document, they have similar interface. For save as now, if I want to save as now, I can save in another location. Let me say I want to save, click on desktop for instance. I can choose from save as, I can save in another location. I can also rename. I can put another, maybe lesson 2. I can rename it or whatever I want to do. I can, the important thing I want to show you is I can save as another file type. I can save as another file type. For instance, if I click on the drop down here, there are different file types I can save it as, like PDF. I use PDF a lot here, but you have to have PDF installed on your system. Okay, you can use your Adobe PDF. You can install it on your system. I select, all you need to do is select PDF. Anyone, if it's CSV, you want to save it as, any file version you want to save it as. So for me, I use PDF a lot, so I just select PDF, okay, and say save. Okay, I just want to show you how to save as PDF. And say save, you see it comes up. This is my PDF document. Alright, so let me just close this and go back to what I'm working on. So that's just how to save as a file type, which is quite straightforward. Okay, so another thing I'll talk about here is something called auto recover. Auto recover is a very cool feature. Excel automatically saves your workbook to a temporary folder while you are working on them. It saves it every 10 minutes. So by default, it saves for you every time. That's not to say that, oh, you will not save. When you are working, make sure you always do Control S to save your work. Okay, it's important. So, but if you forget to save your changes, or if your document crashes, you can restore the file using auto recover. And I'll show you how to use auto recover. Sometimes when it even crashes and you open a file for the first time, at the side here, it will show you something called like a document recovery pane, like that, the document recovery interface here. Then you can select the document that you want to recover. Most times you can go to where it is saved, and I will show you where Excel saves it. So you go to your file icon, you can go to open, and then you see recover on saved workbooks. So you select recover on saved workbooks. Then it shows you. So these are some files that maybe you were not saved properly. You just double click on the one you want, and that's it. Okay, you can now save it properly. Or can also go to file and go to info, where you have manage workbook. Click on the drop down here and you see recover and save workbooks. Click it. It's also the same way, the same thing. Click on the document you want and then you save it properly or do whatever you want to do with it, which is quite interesting. Like I said, Excel saves for you every 10 minutes. So peradventure, okay, I say, oh, I don't want 10 minutes, I want it lesser. You can always adjust the time. So you go to file, I'll show you how to adjust the time if you don't want it to save everything, maybe you want it lesser. So you go to file tab, you click on options, okay, and come to save. Click on save and then you can change the number of minutes, so you can make it lower if you want to, like, or you can just type the number there. If it's 5 you want, okay, so I'll just leave it at 10. Wait, so you can always reduce or increase or anything you want, as depends on what you want, and click OK. So that's just how to change the auto recover time. It saves for you every 10 minutes. If you want to change it, you just use that method. So, and I'll also discuss exporting workbooks. Exporting workbooks. So you can export workbooks in a different file type, okay, in another file type. It is similar to save as. So this is just how to export. You go to file, you click on export. You see you have PDF. You can also change the file type you want as well. Choose the one you want, or I just leave it as PDF, and I say create PDF, and I'll just come here by default. So you don't need to pick anything, it will be there by default, and you say publish. You say publish, and that's just how to save as PDF. Okay, now that we're here, I also want to quickly show you something. Okay, let me just populate this. I'll show you how to do all these things later on. Alright, so let's say I want to save as PDF, but I don't want to save the old document as PDF, just a selection, just a particular part of the sheet I want to save as PDF. So what I'll do is I just double click and drag and select where I want it to be. Okay, so if it's just this part I want to save as PDF, so I select it and I go to my file and I export. I click say create PDF. So I will not just say publish straight like that. I would come to options, okay, and say selection. So don't forget, click on options and click on selections, and I say okay, and then say publish. Okay, you see it will only show the part that I selected as PDF if that's what I want. So you can also select the part you want to convert to PDF or save as PDF, as the case may be. It's also the same thing for save as. Okay, let me just quickly show that. So you can do your save as well. You go to wherever you want to save it, and let me do this again. Okay, save as, click on desktop, then click on the drop down PDF, then click options here, which is similar, and select pick your selection. Okay, so click OK, and that's it. So it's similar to export, any one you want to use, which is fine. Okay, so the last part for this lesson is sharing workbooks. Sharing workbooks. So for you to share workbooks, you have to be connected to the internet, and your document has to be saved online, saved in your OneDrive. So let me show you how to do it. So you go to your file, so you click on share. So like one thing about sharing, that it allows you to collaborate with people. Like maybe you have a team and you're working on a document, you can share with somebody, a file with somebody. Normally you can send as an attachment, but the good thing is if you send as an attachment and you're working on that, you might have multiple versions. But if you're working on that document, you people can be working on the same document, making editing, or so it's good for collaboration if that's what you want. So like I said, you have to connect it to the internet. So you go to share and you say share with people. So first thing you have to do is, like I say, you have to save your document to OneDrive. Okay, so the first thing you do is to save to cloud. So I go to my OneDrive, that's how to save. Then I click on the folder I want to save it, so I double click on the folder. It's connecting to my OneDrive. Then let me give it a name. Let me say hello. Just use that as the name of the folder, and I say save. Okay, so I've saved to my OneDrive. Now I can share. So I'll go to share with people. If for instance I want to email, I can just email, send as attachment. So it sends to an attachment by email, send a link, send as PDF, different options. But for here I just want to share with people. So I can just share with people, click on share with people, then it comes there, it's connecting to the internet, and I type, let me just put any email. I type the email I want to send it to, the person's email. I also choose if the person can edit the document, or I just want the person to view. So if I want the person to also edit, leave it at edit. And I can put a message. Let me just type something. Please work on this document. Okay, so I can put a message for the person. Then click on share. Okay, automatically share changes. Ask me always any of the options you want. So you can leave it the way it is and just say share, and it goes to the person's email, and that's it. So that's how to share a workbook. See you in my next lesson.